Hi, myself Dr. C. Vairavan, Assistant Professor of English, Amet University. Today we are going to we are going to see one topic is a listening. This is basic communication skills for each and everyone. There are 4 types of skills. One is listening, speaking, reading and writing. These are the 4 skills. The 4th element is very important for all the human beings. That is why in this important scenario, listening is most important for all the human beings. We have to focus listening in a particular time. You will be improve yourself, your knowledge, your growth wise, your communication skills, each and everything through your listening skills oriented. You started our listening in the age of 6 months onwards. The 7th month onwards, we can easily listen to others' words. So that is why I selected this topic. For example, is the best listeners in the world is women. Women are best listener comparatively. But today, many of them doesn't bother about anybody. They are not giving importance for listening. That is why I am taking this topic. It is very useful for you. You listen each and every slide. Once you listen the slide, you can follow yourself. You can work on that. Definitely, you can improve yourself. Yeah. Here I want to write L, S, R, W. So L stands for listening. S stands for speaking, R stands for reading, W stands for writing. The 4th element is very important. We have one more additional skills that is called for thinking. T stands for thinking. Without thinking, we can't do all the activities. Thinking is the basic elements. So everybody are going to talk anything else or are going to introduce yourself. Before that, we have to think ourselves. After that only we have to speak or read or write or whatever it is. So think is very important for all the humans, thinking. In this case, the next one is listening. Now we are going to see the topic of listening one by one. You can lot of objectives, some contents, everything is given in this slide. Please you can listen, you can make a use of it. Yes, the topic is listening is given in the syllabus itself. We have communicative English 1 and technical English. Both the syllabus, listening is very important for everyone. That is why I design this kind of content. Please you can go through. The content is first one is the learning objectives. So every syllabus we have to give some learning objectives. After that only we have to prove that. Based on that, next one is the introduction of listening, the characteristics of listening, effective listening, importance of listening, learning as a communication skill, 10 steps to effective listening, process of listening, benefits of listening, listening exercise and summary. These are the topics I am going to discuss with you. Please listen very carefully, because of suppose you missed any one of the topic, you can achieve anything else. This aim of the main aim and goal of this objectives to learn how to listen effectively in classroom as well as in your career. Basic things is develop listening abilities, identify the basic elements and strategies, you can address, you can develop yourself, at the same time you can face any kind of problem in your life also. Is at the time of listening, you can, through listening you can do lot of exercise also, lot of activities also. For example, music is the best listening. You can listen through music, you can learn lot of things. So, these are the four objectives, the four objectives, the end of the slide, end of the time you can learn everything. Yes. So, listening is an art, speaking is on a kind of activity. So, W is kind of writing, is now doing some kind of activity or else do some exercise, the writing oriented. For example, thumbnails, every day we are thumbnails doing that. Once you do it thumbnails, automatically our muscles and body, everything will be improved. At the scenario, the same scenario, the listening also, you continuously listen something, definitely you can achieve a lot. In the olden days, our people are very effective listener, but nowadays none of them come forward to listen anything else. That is why we made a mistakes. For example, in a Japan or any other countries, the people are much importance for listening, but India, none of the people are listen properly. That is why we are not able to reach our destination. For example, other countries, US and UK, so all the countries are basically the people are best listener, but our Indians are not a best listener, just observer. That is why we are not find out anything else, found anything else, invented anything else. In this slide, once you are able to listen or understand or else effectively, it is a psychological process which it requires more attention. At least 45 time we spend for listening per day, 45% for spend for listening. In the olden days, the people are listening alone is a 60%, now is a 45%. An essential management and leadership skills. Once you listen properly, you can able to get lot of management oriented skills and leadership skills also. The process of receiving or interpreting or reacting to the message, a best listener. For example, every good conversation start with good listening. We have to follow this kind of strategy in our career also. At least in our olden days, our ancestors used to listen something, used to talk something, the other people can listen, but nowadays totally forgot it. Our youngsters are not able to listen, able to hear their voices also. We are neglecting, just you have to avoid, then only you can achieve many things else. Yeah, listening is not a technique, it is a simple process. We have to focus over both ears, then keenly observe what he is speaking or what he is enacting. Just you can keenly observe, that is enough for you. It is a way of being. It is about attention and awareness, genuinely wanting to hear someone else's story. For example, in the olden days, the people are used to say some stories for their own kids or anybody's. They are listen and learn many things else. That is why so many of the people are very good invented, the science oriented or else any mathematicians or else great doctors or great philosophers are very good listener. But nowadays our people are not listening, that is why we are not able to reach the destination. We have to follow these kind of strategies. Yes. Characteristics of listening. Listening, some characteristics, some elements are there. We have to follow the elements. Through ear, we can listen something. We have 2 ears, we have 1 mouth, 2 eyes. We have to look interested. What he speak or what they said, look interested. We have to motivate ourselves, then only you can listen. So, I stands for involve yourself by responding. Stay. S stands for stay on target. You have to fix your target, then you can achieve. T, test your understanding. from this lecture how you understood by yourself, you have to analyze it. Then E for evaluate the message, how the speaker giving lot of information to share with among the place. Please you listen, you collect everything, then you can evaluate it. Then neutralize your feeling, you must neutralize, is good or bad. Today you are listen something, this is good for your life or good for your career, you must neutralize, you are analyze and you can feel yourself, you can prove your talent in the future. So, types of listening, first one is appreciative listening. The appreciating listening is just you can receiving some words, then through those words we can show our exposures to others. Second one is discriminative listening. Suppose you are very happy moment, at the time you can show your feelings, energetic feelings to others, that is called for discriminative listening. Third one is comprehensive listening. Comprehensive, when people are happy moment, at the time you can easily understood others voice. Then fourth one is critical listening. Critical listening is listener shift through what he see, hear and make a decision. Last one is active listener. Active listener is also called empathetic. So, people have some empathetic or creative or sympathetic way, at the time the people are active. Sometimes we can say some kind of stories, at the time actively the people are listening, try to listening, but passively they are not listening anything else. So, you must be an active listener always in a classroom. So, you are listening in the classroom, at the time you can listen very carefully, you can at the time you can take some notes for your future also. So, these are types of listening, you can use it. Which type of listener you can choose yourself. Yes. So, we have 2 ears, 1 mouth, that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Is true or not? You can analyze yourself. We have 2 ears, 1 mouth, but 1 eyes, but we can listen through many ways, but we are not acting properly, we are not giving properly, we are not giving response to others also. Please, once you listen this lecture, after that you must focus on both ears, mouth and ear. Yes, everything is better for you. Please, you can focus, you can bring into all those things in a single manner, you can observe everything, you can listen, you can better for your future also. Is what communication skill can be more basic this listening. We are very much like to listen some music, am I right? Yes, but when we are listening some music, at the time very happily, very enjoyably we can listen the music, but in a classroom you are avoiding that. So, try to change the behavior, change the module, then you can bring into the single concept. How you are important to listen the songs, at the same way you have to give some response to the faculty members as well as your teachers also. Once you keenly, so 40 students in a classroom, everyone observe their listen, focus to listen the voice or lecture in the classroom, definitely you can learn a lot. Once you listen everything, no need to prepare, no need to study anything else. A best listener is like listen in a classroom itself. After that, the people never prepared, never studied. So, after that we have to recollect all those things in our hostel or else home. Please try to follow how you are important for listening a music, the same important for in a classroom also. This is a good way of listening. Suppose you listen all those things, to become a very good listener, we seldom make an effort to improve yourself. Please try to understand properly, please make use of it, do not rely on this. Yeah. So, what is effective listening? So, to actively understand information provided by the speaker or else display interest in your topic discussed. Suppose in a classroom, one faculty members teaching some important topics, at the time you have to keenly observe the speaker's voice, then only go into our deep of the heart. After that, that will store in our brain. For example, in a hard disk in the computer, so whatever you are typing, all the things is stored in a computer, in a hard disk. Yes, but we have hard disk and soft disk are there. The hard disk, all things is stores in our brain. At the same time, many of the things stored in our heart. The heart and the brain will be working properly. Suppose you thought in the mind, through mind only you can listen all those things. You are doing all the activities. That is totally wrong. So every activity through your heart, not your brain. Please, if you want to become a best listener, please, whatever you listen, everything must be stored in our heart. After that only you can make use of it in the future also. So it is also providing the speaker with feedback by asking pertinent questions, so the speaker knows the message received. Suppose you are receiving any lecture in a place or any one of the classroom, at the time you have to respond, you have to ask some questions to the teacher. After that only he can say something, okay, today I perfectly taught for the students. So you must ask some questions to the teacher. Every classes over, end of the 10 minutes, end of the time, minimum 10 minutes you can ask some questions to the teacher. That is best listener. A best listener can ask many questions to the teacher. Suppose you are not asking any question to the teacher, definitely you are not a best listener. Please understood. It is using multiple senses to complete the message being sent by the speaker. Suppose a speaker has communicated many innovations to share with you. At the time you can listen and respond to the speaker. That is very much important. At the time you can show your nod, or else you can show your head, or else you can show your hand gesture. Any body movements you can show in that, or else that is a failure of communications. Importance of listening. The importance of listening extends for beyond academic and professional settings. Once you listen, then you understood, then you can act. These three words is very, very important. You must listen the speaker voice, then you have to understood yourself, then you have to enact based on the language, based on the occasions. Then understand how to practice good communication in your day-to-day life with friends, or else family members, or else anybody, any others. You can share yourself, your own feelings also. There is many number of reasons: fostering good self-esteem, maximizing productivity, improving relationship, and even becoming a better speaker. You have to follow, you have to fostering good self-esteem in a family relationship. We have very good family with us, very good friends are there. Please, you can, when we are communicating with the other one to our family members, at the time we have to prove ourselves, we have to keenly observe. After that only we can understood, we can act ourselves. So listening as a communication skill, it is started as a woman in a pregnancy at the stage of 6 months onwards. You can listen others' voice. Please look at the picture is here, a mother and kids. So mother is speaking to this her children, both are laughing. A person can start with their listening in a very short period of time, but in foreign countries, you know well, and Adolf Hitler ruling the world at the time, Jews are more than 40,000 people. The 40,000 people killed by Adolf Hitler, finally only 2,000 people. The 2,000 people scattered in some other place, then finally 400 person. The 400 person, finally 200 moved into other place, only 200 other. The 200 lived in the particular place. At the time, Adolf Hitler tried to kill other people, all the people, but unfortunately the people are hidden themselves. After that, the people, Jewish people grow their community. Now, Jewish people only ruling the world because of the best listener. Suppose his own children want to become a best scientist or best mathematicians. A woman, a pregnant woman went to attend some classes, mathematical class or doctor-oriented class, some robotic class or else any classes he attended. After that he gives some trainings for their own heads. Finally, he became a best mathematician, best doctor or best scientist or best information technology. Nowadays all the people are, maximum Jewish people are only ruling all over the world because of the best listener, because of the kids itself, the people are trained properly. Please, you also, please you train your family members amongst yourself. Do not worry about that, please forget all those things. In the future, please try to listen very carefully, make use of it. So, one of the important communication skills, listening. So, like other skills, listening takes practice. You must practice yourself. After that do not come to you. So, it is an active process. Real is an active process. Listening is a very active process. Please try to follow. At the time of listening, you have to require some attention, more attention to the speaker. After that only you can receive the information, you can enjoy your life. I will give some ideas for you, very good idea how you are going to improve your listening skill. I will tell you 10 steps of listening skills. The first one is, you must face the speaker and maintain the eye contact. Second one, be attentive and relaxed in the classroom. When you are listening something, keep on open mind, do not black your mind, keep on open, then you can receive the informations. The fourth one is, you must listen the words and try to picturize what the speaker is saying. You must draw something, you draw something in your notebook. Whatever the speaker communicate with you or share the information with you, first you draw some picture, you draw some picture. You can creatively you can draw. Then fifth one is, do not interrupt and do not impose your solution. In the classroom sometimes imaginatively we can say something, but do not think negatively, think positively, then you can use it. Then sixth one is, you must wait for the speaker to pause to ask some questions. Suppose he is talking continuously in a classroom. Once he completed his lecture, after that only you must ask some questions. In between you can ask some questions, means definitely he is not giving clear picture for you. Please, you must wait and ask some questions. Ask questions only to ensure understanding. So, you have to do not asking unnecessary questions. Suppose you want to improve your knowledge, means basically you can ask a question. Other than that, you can keep your mouth and sit down. Try to feel what the speaker is feeling. You have to analyze yourself, how the speaker is feeling. You can analyze it. Then give the speaker regular feedback. So, every class is over, you must give some feedback to the speaker. So, today's class is very nice, is very effective. I have learned many things else. This is the way you have to motivate. After that only every classes he will give some effective training for you. The last one is, pay attention to what is said to non-verbal cues. At the time your faculty members giving some body language, that is non-verbal cues, please you can catch it and identify that. What are the non-verbal communications in the particular class, you can identify that, then you can use in a future also. These are 10 steps, 10 elements you must follow in a classroom also. This is the best for you. There are 5 stages of listening. When you are visual or else vocal or else verbal, in the 3 area there are 5 stages. First one is sensing. Through sensing you can listen many things else. Then through interpreting you can listen many things else. Third one, evaluating. At the time of evaluating you can listen many things else. Fourth one is responding. When you are responding to the others, at the time you can listen, you can learn many things else in your life. The last one is remembering. So, what are things you listen as much as you can use in the future also. The process of listening can be categorized into 4 main areas. So, listening, first one is hear, second one is clarify, third one is interpret, and fourth one is respond. When you hear something in a classroom or else family members, among the friends, whatever you can listen, you have to hear your ear. It is betterment of life. Then clarify, sometimes in the particular classroom you are not able to understood properly, or else very difficult to understood, or else lot of clarifications in the particular classroom. You must ask some questions. Whatever are the questions you are going to ask, please you can keep in your mind. The end of the time you can ask so many questions to the teacher. That is no clarifying your doubts. The fourth one is interpretations. Interpretation in the sense, the end of the 10 minutes, last 5 minutes, you have to interpret with the topics, you have to discuss with among your friends, or else end of the time one person go to the stage, you can discuss, you can interpret what are the topics discussed in the particular time. So, all the topics you discuss among yourself, then only all the students able to understood, you can realize all those things. The respond, the final thing is respond in the sense, no, how the speaker is giving as much as possible, at the same time you have to give some response to the speaker also. The respond in the sense, yes, no, we have to ask some questions, or else we have to clarify our doubts, or else no, we can show our importance, you can through our nod or facial expression, through our hands, or else you can say that today class is really very nice, or else many way we can respond in this. That is the best way, is the 4 main criteria you can follow. You can hear, clarify and interpret and respond. So, all the things you can use in a classroom, definitely you can achieve yourself. As a human being in a classroom, or else you listen something in any places, please, this is the main posture of the listener. Please look at, when you are sitting like this, your brain will be working, your ears will be hearing, then no, your mouth will be quiet, your shoulders should be faced on the audience or the speaker, hands still, feet calm. Your posture should be like this. So, one more thing also, please do not feet calm. This is the main body posture for all the human beings. In a classroom or any one other place, you must follow this kind of module, that is better for you. Yes, here finally yes, I will give summarize something, is no, spend more time listening and less time talking. Find interest in other person. Suppose you want a best listener, keeps communication back open. So, read between the lines a message as both content and feelings. You must take some notes, we think first than we take, that is also very important. So, assume the proper stance, assuming the stance of an attractive listener can actively improving listening also. Suppose be aware of your filters, you must be aware of your filters also. People have different filters based on their cultures, upbringing, genders. Men and women often have different kinds of filters that can cause listening problems. So, these are the summary. Please, I thought you listen something else. You must follow all the strategy in your life, in your career. Please make use of it. Listening is the best thing. Comparatively is reading and writing and speaking. You much important for speaking, definitely. Sorry, you much important for listening, definitely you can achieve your goals and aims also. This is my complete topics. I think it is very useful for you. Yes, we come to our end of the point. As a listener, you spend more time to listen and less time to talking with others. Find interest on other person also. When are you going to listen something, we give some response to others also. Suppose you want to become a very good listener, keeps the communication openly. You can openly communicate with others. So, read between the lines. Suppose you have textbook with you, at the time you can read the lines also, you can what are the content he is speaking, please you can analyze it. So, one more thing, suppose a speaker or a teacher is taking classes for you, at the time you must take some notes. We think faster than we talk. Assume you can that proper stance, assuming the stance of attentive listener can actively improve listening. So, you must be aware of your filters. You have to categorize your filters also, that is very important. There are different kind of filters are there, but different kinds of culture also there, but you have to change, we have to choose our option properly, choose our gender also, for example women and men. So, there is no, you have to give some equivalent point for everyone, that is no. Suppose in this nowadays ego problem is there, male or female, they have some ego problem. At the time no, please you can do not bother about all those things, you can communicate properly, you can listen women's voice also is the betterment of life. I think so, you can LSRW, the 4 skills. Listening is the most important. Why I am saying listening is a 45%, but writing is a very less. Yes, reading also very less, but speaking also less, but we give more important for listening as much as possible. Definitely you can reach your goal as much as possible. Thank you.